What is going on, champs? It is your boy Sultan. Welcome faces back to another Apex Legends video. Today I'll be showing you how to dominate with the new charge rifle. Thank you for joining me, and let's get into the video. Apex Legends Season 3 charge rifle is hands down my new favorite weapon in the game. So after a ton of games while using this weapon, I figured I could give you guys some pointers on how to improve your damage output. So today I'll be reviewing the insane charge rifle, and I will also be covering some tips on how to dominate with it, so be sure to stick around. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers, so if you're new here, subscribe to join the champion squad. Here you'll find some of the best Apex tips and tricks to make you an even better player. Now let's get into some valid tips to help you dominate any sniper battle with the charge rifle. As this new energy sniper rifle makes its appearance to Season 3, the charge rifle could very well be the best sniper in Apex Legends. With only needing 3 attachments for this weapon, you'll get this decked out in no time. And for the damage that it can deal as an energy weapon is nuts. So let's get into the first tip I have, which is aim tracking. The charge rifle is heavily rewarded if you can track the enemy's lead. Instead of focusing just one shot like any sniper, the charge rifle benefits with staying tracked on an enemy and obviously also landing the end blast. Even if you don't end up landing the big blow, the initial tracking laser can start adding up the damage dealt on an enemy. This is why I love this gun. You can still deal damage even if you miss the main shot. And typically when enemies get slightly lasered, they don't end up capping off on their shields. So when you actually get a shot to connect, most of the time you can end up cracking their shields if they have a blue armor on. Now the best way I found to aim track with the charge rifle is by using your movement to help guide your aiming analog stick. Strafing with the charge rifle is the best way to use it. Not only it helps avoid getting sniped, it also helps with aim tracking. So with that said, let's get into the second tip I have, which is to spam fire tap the trigger. The charge rifle is one of those guns that annoy the heck out of people since you are constantly dealing damage even if you miss the main shots. Spam firing this weapon is the best way to use it. The reason I do this is because when enemies are in the line of the laser, it's harder for them to aim since their screen turns red and it gets hard to see. So if you are constantly shooting the charge rifle, it gets hard for the opponent to send out a longbow, triple take, or even a Kraber shot that will land. Also remember that you don't have to hold down the trigger to fire this weapon. So essentially you just want to wait for the last blow and then re-tap the trigger. Now a level 3 energy mag could give you a max of 7 rounds, which is not bad at all. Each shot only wastes 1 energy bullet, so you can shoot for a good 10 seconds straight of constant laser until you have to reload. I found that putting constant pressure on who you're having a long distance battle with is key to winning those gunfights with the charge rifle. Alright legends, now let's get into the third tip I have, which is using the best optics. Now I know this can be personal preference, but a 2x bruiser has to be my favorite sight when I'm using the charge rifle. It gives very open and clear ADS vision, which definitely helps with lining up your shot. It's also extremely versatile. I have no issues using it for long, medium, or even close range if I have to. But some other good sights I can use for are the 3x HCOG and the 1 to 2x. Since this is personal preference, leave a comment on your favorite optic to use for the charge rifle. I'm curious as to what you guys prefer. Now I also wanted to quickly mention that the iron sights are not bad and you can put in some serious work with this weapon early game. So don't refrain using this weapon if you don't have a sight for it. I'm sure you'll be fine with the iron sights. Now that I've covered some tips on the new charge rifle, I wanted to go over some things that I like and dislike about this weapon. The main thing I hate about this weapon is that the reload time is very long as compared to other snipers, besides the Kraber. If you drain all the rounds in a mag, the entire reload animation is roughly about 4.5 seconds. But if you remember to reload before shooting your last shot, you can decrease the reload time to about 3 seconds. Yes, the reload time can be very time consuming, but for the damage this gun can put out, I'm fine with the reload as is. Just remember to be on top of how many rounds you have in a mag, so that way you can end up getting a quicker reload if you have at least 1 shot left. Now the main reason I love the new charge rifle is because it's not a legendary game drop item. You can find and pick up as much energy ammo as you need, and I usually never catch myself out of ammo while using it. Overall, I think it's the best all-rounded sniper in Apex Legends. I get so satisfied whenever I connect with the end blast, and it's such a fun weapon to use in general. Do I think it will get nerfed in the future? Most likely yes, but not as much as people would think. I feel that the last blast damage should remain, but the initial poking laser should be slightly lowered. Don't get me wrong, this gun is pretty overpowered, but it does take some good aim to perform well with it. Just because it's a good weapon doesn't mean everyone is good at using it, but I highly recommend you guys trying it out if you haven't already. It can very well become your new favorite weapon. But anyways, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you for spending a couple minutes every day with me. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like rating. It is always appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join the champion squad. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, this has been your boy Sultan, and I'm signing off. Peace. All I want is certitude.